charge, and now comes back on the jumps with the shadow kill. Sans picks up the kill, but it is going to be Keyboy that is traded in. Sky's already very low, and Sans is looking to go for that one last hit to take him down. But Skies will choose the defensive route. Lutpi still hovering over now onto Gorgeous. It does seem like for Indonesia, they will take that small win for the roamer, just traded for the kill. And Lutpi in the bottom lane. Perhaps a 1v1 here as Gorgeous goes in and a blazing win up top. CW will be taken down. No, he's still able to survive for a bit. And there you go, the last few shots from Loliel to take CW down.
Fortunately for CW, though, he did clear the wave out, so he won't be losing out on any real, any farm, EXP, and gold. But man, fights all across the map. Oh, Albert with the happy feed, but he's gonna get jumped on.
Okay, has the quad shadow to go all the way back, but the dispersion and the rotation will be able to catch him. Skies jumps in, the shadow kill is used up by Albert, and now gets caught with the finish poise as the wild charge only connects on a Stormy. The Tempest of Blades has been used to actually go at it. Stormy taken very low, still able to flicker out to safety as Lutpi will be caught. The final slash brings him back into the tier 1 turret, and he's able to get the 3-man I'm offended right into Sans with the onward, brings him back on the Skies to get the Defiant Blade. Now it's going to be Keyboy in the midst of it all, caught. Sans still dealing a lot of damage, and the conceal will be used defensively. Sans the flicker as well, and gets one kill. No one traded in, and now it's going to be Sans who gets shut down as well. Malaysia getting all the skirmish victory. CW, what a good snipe with the Renner's apathy.
What was the diversion to go back to base or to rotate from Stormy, but that just painted a target on his back. CW capitalizing on it. Small victory to trade back, but overall, Malaysia does seem to have the control over this game, man. When they want to fight, they will get it. And Indonesia, you're seeing that they're just kind of lost on occasion. Even though Sans tries his best to really match it out, he has 4 kills in his pocket. But for the most part, you can see how difficult it is for him to chase down the members of Malaysia to finally get 1 or 2 kills in the midst of all these really long engagements.
And now it comes down to maybe how they utilize CW and Sans, because Albert, he's quite a bit behind, but actually in terms of level, he's not too far behind. He's still on the same level as Sky as this Lutpi again takes the turtle aggro in the bottom lane. There's a diversion. Look for a flank on the Lutpi, and they go to Albert! Onward onto the Earth Shatter. Albert's still able to pop in the quad shadow in time as Lutpi re-engage while charge, catching 2. But now, no full re-engage now as Gorgeous is going to be missing out of the final slash, and the shadow kill deals with him. Tempest of Blades on the Lutpi, but he's still able to escape, and Skies will be gunned down by Sans, the Primal Wrath, taking him out of that wall right there. Stormy very low, CW, flickers forward, gets the gun down, and now it's Yomes who's going to be sandwiched in the base, or in the turret, rather. Tier 1 down below, CW takes him out with a Bennett.
Look at Leo though being active on the other side, even taking the mid turret down. It's a great win for Indonesia, but Malaysia gives nothing back for free. Wow. Taking away that mid turret will be very beneficial, especially with the diversions they've been trying to go for. It's unfortunate for them though that they got roped into that chase to try and secure Albert, because they kind of got stuck on Lutpi that was able to just delay them for that much longer. Looking at the items, though, has claws on top of the Sky Piercer for Skies will mean that he can really hold his own in a longer, prolonged battle. But Loliel, one more item to go for the full-on power spike. That is what I think Malaysia will be definitely waiting for.
Slowly but surely, Indonesia building that gold lead back, but it's still just technically even, right? It's a 500 gold lead, still very insignificant despite the 2 turtles. But fun fact for you guys, this game, I guess we're only going to be getting 2 turtles, right? Usually, we're very used to just seeing 3 turtles with the utility jungle meta, but with the assassins, I guess 2 turtles is more of the norm. No one can really focus and commit down onto these neutral objectives, as Goches actually uses the vengeance a bit aggressively onto Sans. Will be punished quite a bit with that glowing wand. But it's a Sky Piercer BOD start for CW. So, is he going to try to just look for these burst downs, look for these pickoffs? Is he playing with the Bennett more than the Renner? I'm not too sure, actually.
I think for Indonesia, the Wild Charge Bennett's Rage combo will be what they're looking at, and the execute will be great for any spell, but Gorgeous alone now.
Yeah, that's a 3-man final slash, but CW just guns him down. That Sky Piercer doing work. You can definitely see the execution there. And CW's online, 5-1. Both CW and Sans, actually.
But here's the problem for Indonesia. Even if they can really match out the team fight situation, look at Skies. He's still pushing right now. And no one can really stop him. Even if Indonesia wants to send their EXP laner to stop this macro play, Lutpi cannot match up to the macro presence of a Ling. And that's even before talking about the diversion play. So Malaysia will definitely have that as an advantage constantly. And this will be a bit of a deja vu situation to game one. Indonesia are the ones that will be forced to go for a proper committed fight. But look at that, with a conceal already used by Malaysia, Indonesia has a chance here to make a surprise play.
Wait, how is Albert a level ahead of Skies? Look, I'm offended, able to catch Jones right in the near back to final slash, brings them back, but Albert is able to pop in the quad shadow just in time. Luke P will be taken down now. CW does some damage back. Albert in the back shadow kill, getting 2 kills on the board. That's both the assassins picking up with double kills. Albert looks for more, but Stormy gets rid of it with a shutdown. And Team Malaysia wins it out. CW now with the Wesker trying to go for the assassination onto Gorgeous, but will decide to just dash backwards again. It's Team Malaysia with a big team fight win, and CW, I don't think he can contest this, not alone.
It was a cheeky play to go with the Wesker to try and get and execute. Deja vu to a couple of seasons back where that was a very common strategy. But Malaysia, with such a decisive win, they're going to go straight for the Lord. Indonesia won't be there in time, man, but T-Boy is going to force something. Okay.
Doesn't seem like they will. Diversion gets spotted. Keyboy pops into Power with Nature. And just like that, Malaysia decide not to take it. They got the Lord. There's no real reason for them to go for the fight right now. They can just play as slow as they can. It's a 1,000 goal lead that will definitely be building. They have Ling, they have Claude, they can scale.
That's unfortunate for Indonesia, man. They were in position first. They were the ones to try and make the play happen. But in that big fight, Gorgeous, that was a massive final slash that really kind of ruined the formation of Indonesia and resulted in everything just getting so chaotic. Albert was able to pick up a kill and was having some kind of presence in that fight, but unfortunately, it's just so much more limited compared to Skies right now, at least 4 now. Now, with all 3 waves just being managed by Malaysia, there's, like you said, Mirko, playing it slow. They know that there's no rush at all. They want to make sure that they get as much as possible. And maybe even a diversion here.
Towards the bottom side of the map, Yums is already hovering over, trying to get a big pick, maybe on CW or Lupi. They try to deal with this Lord. It seems the tier 2 will be given away. It's a bit too risky to defend all the way into tier 2 because Gorgeous also has ways to actually displace them with that final slash, but they will be able to deal with that Lord. Still with a mid-tier 2 intact. Indonesia defending this time, but Malaysia finding crazy value with that Lord. Oh, wild charge? Into the Menace Rage? No, they don't decide to go for it. Good flicker out from Yums to evade from that. The onward as well. Just to open up that bush again. And now in the mid lane, they're trying to go for the clear as well. But man, Malaysia, straight with the Primal Rat. They know how to utilize their resources so well. Lutpi, I'm offended, gets knocked out by the Earth Shatter as well. No real engage now, as that's going to be Skies who jumps in onto Lutpi again. Deals some damage, taking him to a quarter of his HP. And Albert, his purple buff is being threatened away. That's the final slash to connect onto Albert. He's still able to get out with the quad shadows. Keyboy gets gunned down by the Blazing Duet, and Lutpi is able to survive, but it's a win for Skies. I think he took the purple buff away from Albert, but I'll have to look at Albert before I can really confirm.
You have to wait for the visual confirmation. You're seeing Wind of Nature's built in for, at this point, both the gold laners. But for Malaysia, man, I think the response whenever Indonesia makes a play has been just so phenomenal. Every single time there's been a big ultimate, a big catch attempt from Indonesia, Malaysia just has the right responses again and again. If you're looking at the damage dealt, Sans definitely is one of the main damage dealers. CW is more of a burst hero, but it is diversion play just to send Lolio to go for a clear. Is he going to come back? Nope. Didn't set up for that play, but that's the macro play that Malaysia still has at their disposal. They've been doing all this without really relying on any crazy big diversion plays.
Alright, dealing some damage, poking Yums down. That's a slow push built up by Malaysia. Up top, and Yums will be opening it up right into the Bennett, doing a lot of damage, taking his immortality down as Keyboy pops into Power of Nature, but Lippy will be caught, has a flicker. Lolio goes in and now purifies, and when Nature's out, Finch poised into the back, dealing some damage, but look at Sans doing some damage as well, back onto him. Albert with the quad shadow! Albert gets the kill, CW! Oh, watch it with Nature, it's able to kite away! One more shot, Stormy gets it, Sans will be able to catch him though, and he pops the winner crown to get out with the diversion, but it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Indonesia.
That was mildly surprising. Wow. I thought Malaysia definitely had it in the bag with all the control, but Indonesia, they found a way with the targeting, with the crowd control to find that back, the damage dealers from inside of Malaysia. That was an absolute win. And even afterwards, directly going on to the Lord. Let's take a look at what exactly happened right there earlier. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to see the replay, unfortunately, but now it's how they are actually preparing for... Oh, there you go. Now it's the replay, Rashi.
Yeah, it's not low. You just go in and do damage. And the same way he did, Skies also went in to go for it. But Albert, just taking advantage of the mobility that Hayabusa brings, goes in and CW as well. It's almost like when Malaysia are responding, they have all the right responses for Indonesia. But right there, when they're the ones who initially go in for a massive dive, it's a whole different story. But Lutfi already taken out. Now Yums with the conceal.
Yeah, and the diversion into the back means that they can actually look for a flank. Yums are shattered! Oh, Yums gets the knockup onto CW and Keyboy! And that's 3 on the board for Team Malaysia. But take a look at the enhanced lord that's just doing so much damage on the base, getting the base turret as well. Sans almost taking Lolio down, forced to go with the battle mirror image back again as Sans pops into Primal Rat, now walking up onto Yums. Albert walks up as well, has a shadow kill, decides to pop it in, and is able to get out of the skill 1 coming down from Gorgeous. And technically, Indonesia get a lot of value in terms of turrets. They get a base turret in the far lane, but in terms of kills, yeah, they lost that one.
What's in Indonesia and lords, man? There's always some interesting lord happening whenever Indonesia is in the picture. All things considered, even though Malaysia had a great sequence there, a great catch, great team fight, they lost the base turret, and it's on the far side, away from the next lord. That could prove to be fatal. Let's take a look at the items here, though. Sans, especially with the Blood Wings and the Lightning Truncheon, he has a lot of burst damage, top of the potential to go with that, with the Primal Rat. So now, especially if you're a backline or an assassin on the side of Malaysia, you gotta be a bit more careful because, you know, Sans will be waiting to try and do something just unpredictable.
All right. Once again, for Indonesia, it seems they're just trying to go and take this purple buff away. Sans dashes forward, but Skies will be able to retreat, securing it for himself. CW gets that blade of the Heptases, and now I would really want to take a look at the items, right, for Indonesia and Malaysia in the 16th minute of the game. It's a very small gold lead, but at this point, what is a gold lead even, right? It's technically 50-50, but the structure... How is this going to play into the next Lord, Arashi? The fact that the base turret in the far lane was taken down by the Lord.
I think considering that Indonesia also have great engage tools to really start a fight off, it's going to be dangerous for Malaysia, but they're chasing Sans a bit too far there. You can see Indonesia setting up a trap potentially. They have control over the Lord already. And with that far side, just pushing constantly. Oh, Gorgeous.
Ooh. Huh? Wow, good vengeance. Actually, use the vengeance to get out away from the I'm offended. Well played to Gorgeous, and that really just gave Malaysia, I would say, a breath of fresh air. Right? They were. If Gorgeous was picked off, that would have been maybe a free enhanced Lord.
But now it's back to the waiting game, and with CW having the Sky Piercer, the Malefic as well, a lot of burst damage in his arsenal if they get too low, if Malaysia get too low from the Lord right here. So they need to be careful, and you can see that they're the ones who are forced to play around with the Lord right here, knowing that the bottom lane is shoving again and again. Guys with the Endless Battle will be having a bit more burst potential, but you can see, Indonesia now are the ones playing it super patient. No real necessity. And Malaysia are even using these of diversion to certain scout for information there.
Does seem like that's the case. And the far lane and the bottom lane is still going to be there. Albert going to be TCC Skies! Able to win on the retreat battle. CW gets rid of Gorgeous, and now it's going to be Albert taken down by Skies. Well played! What a retry! He walks up and it's comboed together with the final slash of Gorgeous.
Man, that Gorgeous I think was the real MVP in that fight though. Landing that final slash on Albert, it was at such a critical moment with everyone just waiting to deny him that opportunity. But Malaysia has done it. They take the Lord away from Indonesia, and now they have, once again, the empowered waves to try and make these plays happen. They're up against a Valentina and a Beatrix though, so the wave clear for Indonesia is definitely something that they still have to try and prolong this game even longer. But we've seen how Malaysia plays, how Gorgeous and Yums have been so active. They can try and go for a fight and catch Indonesia off guard before they can even set up for a proper defense. We'll have to see how this goes.
Okay, they're actually trying to just put it away, but item-wise, Arashi, before the siege, how is it looking?
with the divine glaive, with the crown as well, Stormy is all set up to try and make the most daring of plays all the way in the front line. And with Loliel just trying to finish up his final item right here, he might be able to get it by the time the Lord reaches the base of Indonesia. Okay, there you go. Immortal in his pocket as well. They're just gearing for a full ditch effort, and they have the diversion into outside the map play if they want to go for it.
Let's see, man. The Diving go just away, but he's
Ngapain cok di sini?
all alone. Can't find the final slash. Goes in with a vengeance and will be CC down with I'm offended as well. And the vengeance will not be enough to get him out of there. And it will
Kenapa
be
dia di situ? Dia di
now
situ, tiba-tiba.
for Indonesia, they'll be able to defend this. That means that they can actually just get rid of the Lord as Malaysia disengage with the conceal.
All in all, Malaysia equalizing on the base turret situation. But man, Gorgeous was left alone right there, and Keyboy gets out with the wild charge for now. But that won't be up for a while. So now Malaysia can once again control the vision, the information, and now there's no longer a way for Indonesia to match it.
Lagi
There's a
perang,
run for
cok.
Malaysia earlier, and now we're going to take a look at the replay, but I really wonder what's going on in the team fight right now. It looks like Skies is going to be able to jump into the back. Lippy going to be taken down. Skies again with a double kill as he finds all the plays. The diversion to the back will mean that Stormy will try to look for an
lagi
angle.
perang,
Skies
marah
hovering
replay
over.
lagi.
That's 2 for 1, but the 1 was already earlier. Shadow kill on the Stormy, but it's onto the minions as well. Go just buys the immortality, and for Stormy, who was able to swap in wave.
When you thought you were gonna see a bit of a replay, but no, Malaysia says, hang on, there's more. Finally here, take a look at a bit of a replay. Lutfi there is getting jumped on. And unfortunately for Indonesia, they were trying to go for a proper fight right there, but in the back line, man, the fact that there's so many immunity tools for Malaysia, once again, is something that they are absolutely abusing.
For sure, and now that base turret almost gets taken down by the cannon minion. Lippy and Sans will be respawning back in the Atlanta Dawn, but I don't know if it's going to be in time here. It seems from Malaysia, they're just going to go for the burst straight onto the Lord. And CW, will he try to go for the Renner Apathy Steal? Doesn't seem like they'll be able to. Skies gets it again. That's a retreat battle win as Indonesia look to go for a team fight, but Malaysia are just way too clean. They get the Lord, they back away, and now in the 21st minute, this might be the final Lord of the game.
Possibly the beginning of the end right here for Indonesia, as the Malaysians with a full inventory slot on almost everyone. Even the Queen's wings in the hands of Humes. He is geared for an all-out fight to decide this once and for all. Diversion.
Oh, 3 members going to take it. Sans will be able to read it. Does some damage onto Lolila, but so far only 1 wave is pushing down. CW has the Bennett. Gorgeous looking to displace them, and Lippy is bringing the Lord all the way up top as Albert deals with the wave up top as well. Now another wave in the bottom lane coming down as Lippy is going to be taken very low. I'm offended with a final slash. Catches all of them with a blazing duet. They'll be able to dish out some damage. Demir's passion used up as well as Albert now goes in, but the base is wide open, and they're just going to go for it straight up. Malaysia clean sweep Indonesia 2-0.
Malaysia, what was that? Indonesia taken out without any chance of retaliation, showing again why they've been feared.